If there's one grill that has been at the heart of backyard barbecue for over 70 years, it's none other than the Weber Kettle. But what makes this grill the GOAT of grilling? Stick around because today we're diving into why the Weber Kettle is more than just a grill, it's a game changer. Whether you're an expert pitmaster or someone who just enjoys backyard barbecue, the Weber Kettle has something for everyone. Hell, I love the kettle so much I've not one, not two, but 2.5. Whether you want to smoke, sear, or bake, it can stand up to almost any task you throw at it. Which is the perfect segue into the first reason why I think you should own one of these: versatility. The Weber Kettle is so versatile because its design and features allow it to handle a wide range of cooking styles, making it more than just a traditional propane grill. The adjustable vents on the top and the bottom allow you to control the airflow. This regulates the temperature within the grill itself. The dome-shaped lid circulates the heat evenly, functioning like a convection oven. Believe it or not, this grill can even bake a pizza, which brings me to my next point: access to accessories. Do a quick Amazon search of Weber Kettle accessories and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about here. You can find rotisserie attachments, charcoal baskets, temperature controllers, flip-up grates, just to name a few. I'll even link some of my favorites down below so you could check them out yourself. I use the charcoal baskets and flip-up grates almost every single time I grill on these. They allow me to organize my coals nicely. I can throw both to one side and set up a hot zone and a cold zone, or even separate them and put an aluminum steam pan in the middle. If my coals run low, I flip up my grates, toss in a few more coals without even having to disturb the food. Using some of these accessories really expands the capability of the grill. It's kind of fun to try out new ones and push the grill to its limits. It's never a bad thing to just pick up a new or used Weber Kettle and do some traditional grilling, which brings me to my next point: low cost of entry. When you look at the price of some pellet or propane grills, especially name brand ones, you'll be surprised to find out that some of them are almost or even over $1,000. No hate here though, I own and use every type of grill. And if you would like to start smoking ribs and briskets and you're a beginner, the Weber Kettle might be a perfect fit because the cost of entry is so low. You'll find that there's two options for the most commonly used kettles. They both do vary in price a bit. You'll find this one, the premium kettle, which has an actual ash bin and a thermometer in the lid. This will run you brand new for around $250. But if you want to spend way less, you can get this brand new one for around $140, which functionality wise is really exactly the same. Not having a temperature probe in the lid is honestly fine. You should be monitoring your temperatures with a thermometer anyways. I almost never use a lid gauge on my premium. Now let's say you want to get into barbecue and you don't want to spend even $140. Do a quick search of your local marketplace and you'll find tons and tons of used kettles, and they're typically less than half the price of a new one. Believe it or not, I even picked up this copper premium for only $50 and it retails for around $250, and I've put miles on this thing ever since I bought it. Lastly, I just want to touch on how durable all of these grills are. If you keep it stored properly, keep it under a cover during snowstorms and rainstorms, this thing will treat you well for years and years. Hell, you might even be able to pass it down to your kids. I mean, I've dropped these lids dozens and dozens of times. I've left them out in snowstorms and rainstorms, and even then, they still treat me really well. They've held up and they're running really strong. I found the only two things you might actually have to replace on these grills if you keep them for some time is both the grill grates and the bottom air vents. Now, both of these you can find replacements for relatively cheap, but honestly, these parts only tend to fail after leaving them uncovered for so long in the elements, so make sure you keep your grill covered. I can go on and on all day about why I love these and why you should buy one too, but in all honesty, there's a reason why they've been around 70 plus years. I hope that this video was enough to get you started on your journey in backyard barbecue using the Weber kettles. Now, I'm not sponsored by Weber in any way, but I've been a customer for years and years. But my experience using them, I've just been blown away by their quality and how well they can actually perform. If I did happen to convince you to pick up your first kettle, I will be creating a whole series on all the different cooking methods I actually use on these grills, so I hope you get to stick along for the journey, and I hope I'm a big help in expanding your barbecue skills.